Hi scientists, this is your heat transfer graded assignment. So remember, this is graded for points. So you want to make sure you do all the pieces of this and that you use your resources. So you'll see there are 5 sections and each section is kind of color coded to keep it straight. So on the conduction section, it says insert a picture or type an example of conduction, and you have to type the definition of conduction here. So let's start with the post-it. Open up the post-it, delete what I wrote, and then you are going to type the definition of conduction here. And you can find the definition of conduction on your heat transfer student slideshow. Then we need to insert a picture or type an example. If you prefer to type it, you click the text box. An example of conduction is, and if it goes down into the bottom there, we just stretch it out and then it'll work. If you would prefer to insert a picture, you go to the mountain and you can do a Google image search for conduction and show me which of these is conduction, right? There are a few different examples. You need to make sure that you choose one that is actually conduction, and then you can center it over in that. So you can do one or the other, either type an example or you can put a picture in. Then we're going to go into conductors. So again, what is the definition of a conductor? Delete this. A conductor is an object that, type. Then we're going to insert a picture or type an example. Again, you can choose to either type one. An example of a conductor is, and then you would finish that thought, give me an example, or you insert it using the mountain if you want a picture. The blue section is about an insulator. So again, the post-it, what is the definition of an insulator? And then you are going to type an example of an insulator using the text, or you're going to insert a picture using the mountain. The pink down here is all about convection. So what is the definition of convection? That goes on the post-it. And then again, you're going to put an example, either with the text box if you would choose to do that in a sentence, or the mountain if you want to insert a picture. Our last one is radiation. So the post-it is where you put the definition of radiation using your student slideshow. And then over in here, you can either insert a text box if you would prefer your example to be in sentence format, or you insert a picture using the mountain. Make sure you do the definitions in the post-its. Many kids get half credit for these graded assignments because they just simply don't do the post-its, and the post-its are always definitions. Make sure you tell me an example in each of these. Maybe it's with words, maybe it's with pictures. You can choose to do pictures for all of them. You could choose to do sentences for all of them, or you can do a couple of sentences and a couple of pictures. Please use your resources and click submit in Canvas when you are done. Have fun, scientists!